Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take you from the 6th to the 13th, and I'd like to wish all my viewers and subscribers a very happy new year. So we're going to pull 6 cards that represent the energies around you this week, okay? So let's have a look. What lies behind you? The Tower card, okay? There's been some changes going on by the looks of it. The gift is the 8 of Wands. Can you see the cards? The challenge is the Chariot. Okay, it's a very strange combinations of cards. There's a lot of movement, a lot of communication. Some Capricorns have been breaking down the old establishment in order to free themselves from something. But even though there's a lot of movement, there's a little bit of the brakes that are still on you with that Chariot card as a challenge. How other people are showing up for you is the Lovers card. I think that's a little bit straightforward there, but I will clarify it. The central issue is the 7 of Cups. Okay, there's a little bit of vagueness, a little bit of confusion and blurriness about the way forward. I wonder what that's to do with. And your advice is the King of Swords. Okay, so in his highest, the King of Swords sits in his truth. Okay, now to really have a happy, fulfilling life, we need to live in our truth, basically, because the Tower card represents the truth as well. Both cards are represented by the sign of Aquarius, which is in its highest the truth. The truth shall set you free, basically. Sometimes the King of Swords can appear as your advice is to take a little bit of a step back. I will clarify it. Yeah, so what lies behind you is the Tower card. Some of you have been separating from something, leaving a job behind, a relationship. The Tower card is also an epiphany. It can be as radical as a sudden meeting with someone. The Tower card very often represents to me that love at first sight. You know, that very shocking realization that you love someone. Something just happens to you. But it can represent some sort of change being made. It's my epiphany card. Very, very much a very, very spiritual card, in that it breaks through our illusions and it gets to the truth. And the King of Swords in his highest is about the truth. Okay, which is your advice. Very, very powerful combination of cards. So the gift is the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands can be about travel. Again, it can be about a lot of backwards and forwards communication. It's about putting your energy out into the world. The 8 of Wands doesn't have a shadow, in that when we put out our energy, something always comes back to us in one way or another. But it's a very positive, very forward motion card. There might be a lot of communication between someone, but not yet meeting. Because of that 7 of Cups there's still a feeling of blurred lines. Some of you might have more than one choice to make regarding career, regarding life decisions, regarding love, and you're a little bit unsure about the way forward, okay? A lot of people believe the 7 of Cups to be quite a negative card, in that there's a lot of brain fog. It doesn't have to be that way, because we're in charge of the cards, like we're in charge of our own destiny, which means we have the power to know the truth. What makes the 7 of Cups confusion is owning your truth. It's what makes you a king. So it takes an awful lot of personal power. The challenge is the Chariot, which is a little bit odd, because there's this change, there's this really forward motion, but you've still got a bit of the brakes on, okay? That's the energy you should be used to being a Capricorn, is that things move slowly. and they don't always go as fast forward as we want them to. So there's a desire to break free here, but the Chariot is a challenge, is you're moving forward, but there's still a little bit of a brakes on. It's about making different parts of being at peace with that. Okay, which is quite a... We become a master when we learn to be at peace with the fact that we've made changes, we're ready to move on, but sometimes there's a time delay. So people are showing up for you as the Lover's card. So obviously the central issue for you seems to be around a relationship. Some of you have literally just met someone. There's been some love at first sight. There's been some realization going on about some sort of relationship. I'm going to clarify this, guys, okay? Give me a minute. You've got the Devil card showing up, okay? And the Devil card is a gateway card. In its highest meaning, everything that we want in life lies beyond the Devil card, which really means we must go through the fire of our fears and our limitations in order to get exactly what we desire. Because the Tower breaks through the Devil card, which can be our sense of restriction, it can be our sense of fears, it can mean you're dealing with someone who's got a little bit of an imbalance in a situation. The Devil card quite often shows up as someone who's maybe got an addiction issue, okay? But the Devil card is one powerful connection, okay? But there might be a sense of fear about moving forward in this direction. If you remember, everything you want is one step beyond that Devil card. That should be enough to push you through. And then the Chariot stops being your challenge. The trick is the small, steady steps, okay? But to keep moving forward. Because as you're advised, the King of Swords would be about the truth. Because you don't get to be a king if you're not being true to your own self, okay? In his worst, he's really emotionally cut off. He's your typical, very emotionally self-obsessed person. I don't think a Capricorn would really represent that energy. So I think this is about being truthful, especially regarding a relationship. I'm going to clarify that. Why is the Seven of Cups the central issue? Because this is all blurry. This is about, oh my gosh, shall I go right? Shall I go left? Is this, how will I choose? Don't particularly love that card. It doesn't have to be an issue if you don't make it one, and the only way to not make it one is to stand in your own truth, because the soul always knows the truth. It's our fears that keep us trapped. Please, yeah, there you go. Seven of Cups is with the Two of Cups. So there might be a bit of confusion around your relationship, but to tell you the truth, I don't think there is confusion around your relationship. I think there's a sense of not wanting to go through the Devil card. There's an old saying in that those that are meant to give light have to burn, okay? If you look at the Devil card, he's half in flames and half not. This is walking through your fears in order to get what you want, and the trick seems to lie in standing in your own power and your own truth, because boy does it set us free. And when we're not in our truth, we're in our fear, and we're in this very restricted emotional space, and that's not what our souls are here to do, Capricorn. Our souls are here to stand in the light of truth. Exactly what the Ace of Wands just says. Say no more. This is about passion. This is about powerful, bursting forward of energy and passion. The whole trick to this reading lies in being in your truth and going through the burning, going through the limitations that you've placed in your own pathway. And limitations are always a set of fears that tell us don't go there. But you're going to have to trust me, guys, that everything that your soul wants is on the other side of that devil card. And the advice is about being truthful. I'll clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords coming across as the advice card? Give me 1 minute to shuffle. Why is the King of Swords the advice card? The Four of Wands, okay? The Four of Wands is a threshold card that takes you through to a new beginning based on joy and celebration, but none of this is going to happen unless you stand in your own truth and break through that brain fog of the Seven of Cups, which is only an illusion to begin with. We confuse our own path because we lose connection with our truth, okay? 2 Aquarius cards, that's what Aquarius stands for, the truth, okay? And this is what needs to happen to break you through the restrictions of a devil card. So why is the Chariot a challenge? Why is the Chariot a challenge? Give me a minute. The Seven of Pentacles, okay? So there's still a little bit of a contemplating action. They're both number 7s. You get 3 7s cards. 7s are quite challenging because you're not quite at the top of the mountain yet. You're going to have to start telling the truth, being in your own truth, Capricorn, and because the power we have when we stand in our own truth is beyond measure. Okay, quite intense message to start the year. I'm sort of laughing, guys. Okay, speak to you later. Bye.